got somebody to introduce y'all to, Zach Sedano.
What's poppin'?
Does Amazon FBA. He's the one who got me into this shit. I signed up for a lot of mentorships where it's like you hit them up and you have a question, and like I'm sure you've experienced the same shit. It's like they're
100%.
so busy that they can't like ever get back to you, and then it's not even worth it at that point. But like he gave me all the info, very organized, and then like just was there to answer questions. And that's really what's most important in the beginning, is getting your questions answered. Because I feel like this shit is so simple, but you run into a lot of problems where it's like, oh, I don't know how to do this, and nobody's made a YouTube video on it yet. Zach is someone who's in the atmosphere. He's currently doing Amazon FBA, which is important too. You got a lot of people out there that aren't even doing this shit no more, and they're just doing the courses. So
Facts.
I just wanted to introduce y'all to him. He's gonna give y'all some game on how to get started and what y'all should do. And I kind of want to gear this towards someone who's like, because as you know, like I just recently quit my job. I want to gear it towards people who are like working 9 to 5. And maybe you could tell them a little bit about what they can do like to get out of that situation.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, first off, good looks for having me, Lane.
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, first I'll do like a little bit of background about me. So my name's Zach. I've been selling on Amazon since like 2021. Opened up my account in like late 2020, and it actually got like deactivated literally like the next day because I didn't like verify the address correctly. And at the time, I was already selling on eBay. And like how I started all this was like thrift stores and garage sales. Literally started with like $150. Didn't know about credit or anything. Didn't really get my first credit card till like 2021 when I was starting Amazon.
Which is a big part of it.
Huge. Credit. If I knew about credit in the beginning, oh my God.
Yeah,
but
I've been telling them like credit with Amazon FBA is like printing money pretty much.
The best combo, because like so many people get credit and then like they don't know what to do with it, and like Amazon FBA is like it's way like it's tough on TikTok because everyone makes everything seem way easier than it is.
Yeah.
But like it's way easier than drop shipping or like doing Airbnb or like social media marketing. Like Amazon, like in the beginning it's a little tough to find products, but like I mean any business model is tough in the beginning, but like once you get past that, it's just like you can't get enough capital to spend on
That's
products.
your biggest problem. That's your biggest problem.
And then like you just try and either like just get like credit in like other people's like name, like family members, or like raise capital. Like it just comes to a point where it's like you can't buy enough items for Amazon. But I mean, back to like how I got started. Started with thrift stores and garage sales because I literally didn't even have enough capital to like get into Amazon. I literally had like a couple $100, so built some capital with thrift stores and garage sales, and then just parlayed it into Amazon. And basically whatever you could sell on eBay 5 to 10 times a day, you could sell on Amazon 50 to 1,000 times a day. Like I've literally had like single SKUs where I've made like 10, 20, 30K profit in a month.
Jeez,
like, Lululemon bags, like last summer, basically, like not this summer, like last summer, like summer 2023, like Lululemon bags were like you could get them for like $33, and they were flipping for like anywhere from like 80 to 100.
Damn.
And some of them were like $20 to $45 profit per, and like these at the time you could order literally like hundreds of these
and they
at
wouldn't
a time.
have no problems
Off Lulu. No. Most stores like don't really have order limits unless they have like hard order limits. Like probably one of the best categories is just grocery.
That was the first category I got engaged in.
Yeah, FBM, FBA, like if you could find a good local plug at like a grocery outlet or just like a Dollar Tree or like just like a grocery type area, like
I'll say this for people in Texas, HEB.
Okay, yeah.
Bro, HEB, I know we only got it in Texas, but if you're in Texas, like start Amazon FBA with HEB.
Like if you could get in with a manager at one of
yeah.
these grocery outlet stores, bro, it's like, oh my God, there's so much fucking money to be made. And like another like good tip is like one of my friends that does like crazy numbers wholesale, like multiple like 7 figures a year. His in with like how he got into wholesale, he gets in on purchase orders with like his delis.
Oh,
or like
shit.
corner stores that have like he sells like a lot of grocery,
Yeah.
and like he gets in on purchase orders with like delis or like corner stores, and like that's like his like niche, like literally just like scanning stuff in these stores and like getting in with their wholesalers.
So
Like he
they've
doesn't have
already-
the direct connect.
They've
but
already
he's
got
just
like
ordering off
relationships
them.
built with like suppliers.
Yeah.
And he's backpacking off of those.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
big part of FBA too, man. It's like you got to find any connection or any like place you can backpack off somebody that's already doing this. It's the same thing with credit, because like in the beginning my credit was shit. Like, so I couldn't use my own credit. So I'm backpacking off my sister, off my mom, off my girl. And it's the same thing he's saying is like, if you see somebody out there that's like got something going on in your niche, like go approach them. Don't be afraid to like, it's literally money to be made by just making relationships, you know? Just like this, like you can't, like if you're in a situation you're trying to get out of, you can't just keep doing the same shit. You gotta like reach out to people like Zach, get in that mentorship. This shit changed my life, bro. Like this relationship here changed my life, you
Hell
know?
yeah.
Like I'm out
Yeah,
here in
just
New
the
York.
beginning.
I'm out here in New York on a Monday, bro. This is crazy, you know, like
Hell yeah.
where I was working every day, and this shit just changed my life. So make those relationships, bro.
Same here. It's like it just like putting like I was mad. I was so against like making content in the beginning, just because like I like you just think like whoa, like what is who like they think about
Yeah.
me and shit,
Yeah.
and but it's
Yeah.
like making like this like content, just like getting on like Discord, Instagram, Twitter, and like putting yourself out there and just like meeting people and like taking like a lot of it is like everyone thinks they're a know-it-all, or like even
Yeah.
if you don't think you're a know-it-all, you're either like afraid to ask questions, and like that was me for sure. Like I never wanted to seem dumb, but like once you put all that shit aside and like start making content and start asking questions, like the game changes. Like the amount of,
Oh, yeah.
like I said, like I didn't really know about the credit shit until I met like Eric, like Hoodrich and like Pierre, BR, all them.
Shout out Hood Rich and Pierre.
Yeah, bro.
That's why I got introduced to you by Hood Rich. I was watching
Yeah,
Hood Rich's
bro.
videos at my job, and I'm like, okay, I could do something with this. And then he got you on the
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah,
So go hit up
dude.
Hood Rich. I mean, like, that's the other thing too. Hood Rich had an event in Miami last month, and I met so many people there. Made a connect here in New York, so I knew I wanted to come film with Zach. And then Billionaire Woods was out here in New York. He scooped me from the airport. Boom, like just relationships like that. You gotta like spin the bread when you're doing it small. Spin the bread to make the relationships, and those relationships flour to make you a lot of bread.
Yeah, bro, that's literally how I met Hood Rich. Like, I
Yeah?
bought his mentorship. Yeah, bought his mentorship. He got me funding. And then I flew out to Miami one time, just like with my other boys that I met online. And he just hit me up. He was like, yo, I'm going to be at the mall. You want to, like, shoot some content? And then this was when, like, Hood Rich had, like, 10K subs.
That's crazy.
Like,
while you do this, while you're like on your journey, like film it all, because people will gravitate towards that are trying to do the same thing, and that's the way you make more relationships. But yeah, so you were talking about grocery being like a real legit category.
Yeah.
That's like long term. What are some things like, because I think maybe some people, I know when I was first hearing you say like get into grocery, I was thinking like lettuce and shit like that, like produce, which is like not, you know,
Yeah,
not the thing
no.
to go for. So what's something that they can get into that's like in grocery, that's like steady long term? Doesn't have to be like a specific brand, but just like
Yeah.
things to be looking for.
yeah, no, one like unbelievable thing to look out for is like the coffee creamers.
Little K-Pods?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
bro.
Yeah, get into the
Those
K-Pods.
go crazy.
Yeah.
Or just like anything coffee. Even like the Starbucks like bags of coffee.
Oh, yeah?
Or just like in general, like anything coffee. The filters, like the coffee filters, the actual coffee, the K-Pods, those all cook.
And then once you get ungated in those, I find that shit at Marshall's all the time.
Yeah, bro. Dude, Marshall's is slept on. Like I made a few videos like going to Marshall's with like Hood Rich and my boy Zach, and it's like if you actually go to Marshall's like every single day, like let's say if you work 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day,
Yeah.
and if 5 days a week, like if you go and scan at these stores for the exact same amount of time, you will easily make anywhere from minimum 2 to realistically like 5x what you're making, in my opinion.
At your
Like,
job, of
it-
course.
It is a bitch, like don't get me wrong. I did like it isn't easy to do for content, and like it isn't easy to do in general. But if you do it, like you can easily like there's been times where like I've walked out of like a New Balance store, like wherever, with an easy like 2, 3, 4K in profit.
Yeah.
And like that's like I was making like at the time like probably like anywhere from like $1,200 to $1,300 a month, like delivering wings.
That's
like,
what you was doing before this?
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Like 2019.
I was at a warehouse before this.
I was literally making like $5 an hour plus tips.
Fuck, that's tough. That's
so
tough.
like some days I wouldn't get like sweet tips. I'd literally make like fucking $25, $50.
Shit, bro.
It was terrible
Compared to this.
That's before I started. Oh yeah, now this. Sometimes we have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 profit days. I just fumbled that 15 G's on that coin. Put in $100 into a coin. Right now it's worth like 17 G's.
That's crazy.
I sold it at like $1,000 profit. I want to jump off this.
Yeah, and that's like a part of this too, is like getting that momentum building. I noticed, like for me specifically, is like I was working this job for a long ass time, like really making no progress, and then you make a decision one day. It's like, for me, the decision was like, I'm gonna start getting into mentorships. I'm gonna start like rubbing elbows with the right people, and then from that the momentum builds, and then you have money, like you get a little bit of money coming in. Now you have more money to put into something like you said, like crypto, or now you have money to like buy more products. And really the credit too gives you space to think. Like I know from experience the difference in the mindset of being at a 9-to-5 job and trying to make like money, and then like having money and trying to make money. When you have money and you're trying to make money, it's so easy. It's just like you put it in things. It's like planting trees. You put it in here and it's gonna grow into more money. Whereas like when you got a 9-to-5, it's like I'm pinching pennies trying to make this shit happen, you know?
Yeah.
But it's so much different. So it's like really important to like change your environment, change the people who you talk to. And like Zach said, it's like, yeah, it's not the easiest thing to get off a 10-hour shift and go to Marshall's and like source, or get on the MacBook and start sourcing. But if you want to leave your situation that you're in, like it just takes that little bit of extra stress on your plate in the meantime until you can leave that job. Like we're living proof, man. Like anybody can do this shit. There's nothing special about me at all, and I'm sure you would say the same thing. Like,
yeah,
bro, we're fucking regular people, man.
I try and tell people all the time, like when you were texting me the other day, literally, it's like the crypto, like what's the sauce? And I was like, bro, to be honest, like I swear there's no sauce. It's like I've just been doing it since like 2020, and it's just like same thing with the Amazon. Like I'm sure you see, like you asked me a ton of questions, but like at the end of the day, there's kind of like no sauce other than like you really just got to put in the work.
Yes.
And learn how to source, buy the right stuff, buy more of it when it sells, and it's like definitely like easier said than done, but it's like the main thing with just like anything in general, crypto, Amazon, like people kind of just give up on things after like 2 months of it not working, or they just give up on something in a month in general. So it's like my biggest thing, no matter what, like if you stick with shit, it works. Like if it doesn't work right away in the beginning, doesn't mean it doesn't work. Like it just means like you got to fix something, because like all this stuff works. Like if you have like Airbnbs or credit repair or like social media marketing, drop shipping, Amazon, it all does work. Some are easier than others, but like at the end of the day, they all do work. But it's like anything, like if you start Amazon and stick with it over 4 years, you're better off than like starting Amazon for a month, doing it for a month or two, then quitting, then moving on to credit repair, doing that for a month or two, then quitting, then moving on to crypto, doing that for a month or two, or quitting. Like I always try and pick one thing and like learn it all, then move on to the next.
Yeah,
like
and that's
learn
a good strategy.
Everything there is to know about one thing, and then decide like if it like works or not for you, and then move on. Yeah,
because people are real worried about like, you know, Amazon FBA being saturated or credit being saturated, and it's like it's not saturated. Like it's not impossible to do. You don't have to be like some special person. It's like very doable, especially with somebody like Zach on your team, where you can ask questions at any time. Like, bro, I'm like, when the fuck do you sleep, bro? Because I like ask you questions whenever, and you're like just there, just fucking.
Yeah, no, I'm always, especially like now, I'm always on Discord because of the crypto stuff.
Yeah.
Just because like there's so much opportunity right now. Literally, you could put $100 into coins.
Yeah.
And they could go up to fucking 15 G's.
Trump market.
More. But yeah, dude, and it's just getting started.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's just like, I mean, the Amazon shit, like, I'm sure you could tell, like, it's way harder in the beginning, just learning everything, and then it just comes down to sourcing.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, X amount of time, hours sourced, just like puts out X amount of profit. And then like, I'm sure, like, are you at a point now where it's like you find enough leads, but you only have so much capital to spend
Yes.
on all the leads? Or
Yeah,
right?
like all my cards are like in Amazon FBA.
Right.
I got funded from Hood Rich and Pierre, and it's like I just wish like there was more funding, because like the funding is the only problem, bro.
Bro,
I just wish I could buy more shit to make more money.
It's like, and that's what I tell everyone when like they first start. Like it's hard to find like products in the beginning, and then it quickly becomes, okay, I have too many products to buy and not enough capital.
Yeah.
And then it always just becomes how could I get more capital again?
Yeah.
But so it's like, I mean, how long would you say realistically it took for you? Because you were kind of quick, but like for you to like basically learn sourcing and get confident with like, all right, I'm gonna spend like X amount, and I know I'm gonna make 2, 3, 4K profit
Right.
off that like amount of inventory.
I would
'Cause I
say-
feel like you were quick.
I would say for me, it was like, it probably took me like a month to get confident. And like now I know, okay, I've got this leads list, and I know if I buy these things, it'll make me this much money, and how long it's gonna take to get back to me. And yeah, I would say like a month of like hard work. So if you're not willing to do this shit like hustle, it's probably gonna take like 2 months. But for me, I'll say like a month until I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't gotta ask Zach every time about this
Yeah.
item or like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's so helpful in the beginning to like, because you can watch the YouTube videos and watch Zach's content, but then it's like you have the products in front of you and you're pretty sure they're good, but you're just so unsure.
Yeah.
Like I've never done this before. So like, boom, send them to Zach.
Yeah.
He's like, this is looking good, and this is where you fucked up. The Keepa chart. The Keepa charts always fucking get me, dude.
Everything.
It would be
yeah.
like, because everything's on there. There's like 100 different things you can look at, and I'd be like, all right, I got a good ROI on this one. Not many people selling it, and this and that. And then I was sending it to Zach. He'd be like, bro, look at the Keepa chart. Like it's,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
But yeah, like I would say, if you're willing to grind this shit out within a month, you could be like totally independent. Like I would say realistically, if you are watching this and you're in a like 9 to 5 job that you're trying to get out ASAP, within a month, if you join somebody like Zach's mentorship, within a month you could be completely independently selling and making your own bread. Independent from Zach. Like I'm saying, that month is going to be you communicating with Zach, you like sourcing, you going through mistakes, like hard issues, and then he'll get you to the point where like you are doing this shit independent of anyone. You got your own business, like you got your own everything, and
Yeah.
that's how long it pretty much took for me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's sweet. Like, I try and tell everyone, it's like, literally, like, I literally almost failed out of high school. I dropped out of college. Like, you really don't need any special skills for this shit other than, like, one, the mindset, and two, just, like, know it's possible, and, like, just, like, continually, like, just put in the work of sourcing, because, like, the basics of Amazon, and like, they literally do everything for you. Like, the
They really do.
advertising, like, literally your only job is just to find profitable products. And like, it is slow sometimes sourcing, but it's like, it's literally so easy compared to like anything else. And
Yeah.
like there's so much upside of like just like sourcing for a couple hours. Like, yeah, it's a little mundane sometimes, but like eventually you get it to the point where like once you're confident enough with sourcing, it's like not hard to hire a virtual assistant and then have them just look for exactly what you look for, and like it's super scalable. Like, you realistically only need like 1 or 2 virtual assistants
Yeah.
to like completely run your business nowadays.
And that's a really good part of Amazon too, of doing this, is that like eventually it could be like really hands off. Like I'm sure you're like super hands off with your store and everything. Like you can scale it. That's the thing, is like so many hustles are not scalable. And it's like you said with the advertising, like a big issue for me was that like I had a business before Amazon FBA. I had like a clothing line. The issue was like getting people to buy the products. It's such a big wall that you have to like jump over.
Advertising is tough.
Yeah. So like with Amazon, you're piggybacking off of like brands that have already built a big fan base. And that's what I was saying. Like you got to piggyback whenever you're doing this Amazon thing.
Literally this month so far, we're at like 11,500 profit. I hit a lick on these Milwaukee jackets, bro.
Oh, shit.
They were like,
Are those the ones with the heating?
yes, bro.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yes. So for all the viewers, yes, we're still doing this Amazon stuff, actually making money.
Hell yeah.
But hit a lick on this Home Depot price error. It was like,
What is that? I see you talking about that. I don't know about price
yeah,
errors. What
the
is
price error. So it's like every like website, like every once in a while, like they'll like either like something will be messed up or they'll just have a crazy sale, and like everything like that's price will literally like get an error, and like it'll drop like 99% off or like 80% off that day. For whatever reason, these like Milwaukee jackets, like the heated jackets,
Yeah.
they were like 200. They just went on sale for like 45. And I got
Crazy.
like 300 of them.
Crazy.
Half got canceled, but they were literally like $100 profit per. I got like 150 of them. Easy like 15K profit.
Easy bread.
And like that shit happens like not all the time, but it's like you could definitely catch them. And like I still got like a decent amount to sell, but like yeah, so far this month 11,500 profit,
And-
and majority of the profit is off those
Those
jackets.
Milwaukee jackets?
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's the benefits you can get from like being in those groups, like on Discord groups and things. Cause like, I see Zach post about price errors all the time in a Discord. I never knew what they were, so I never hopped on them. But like just being in those groups, you're not gonna find as much leads as you would if you were in a group with people talking about leads, especially with reverse sourcing, because like reverse sourcing in the beginning, it was so hard to like find a product to start on. And like I can speak from experience in Zach's Discord, he sends like so many leads during the day, and I just take those leads and like reverse source off of those because they're already good leads, and like you just source off of those.
Yeah.
It's like I remember in the beginning it was kind of hard to comprehend because I'm from a background of like where I work construction jobs, I work fucking warehouse jobs, like working with my hands, pouring concrete and shit.
Yeah.
And making like $200 a day. And you go into something like Amazon where like now I wake up and like I could source for like 3 hours and make double that, and then be done for the day.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Like that's just something that you kind of have to wrap your head around in the beginning. It's like it is doable. Like it's so, the people talking about it are not just like bullshitting, like it's actually doable. It's actually something out there that can happen for you, for anybody that's willing to just like put the time in.
And are you almost at a point where it's like you're making near or more than what you were making at your job?
Past it.
Yeah?
Already passed
Let's
it.
fucking go, bro.
I passed when I quit my job because like I support my sister and my girl, you know. So like I couldn't really quit my job until I was making, my role was like 1.5 times what I was making at my job.
Yeah.
Bro, I passed that probably like a month and a half ago.
Let's fucking go,
And,
bro.
and now
Let's
like
go.
now bro,
So lit.
fucking Monday in New York, like would never have been doable before,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I say, like it's possible. It's definitely like there is work like you have to put in
Yeah.
the beginning, but it's like compared to everything else, like it's not like learning how to marketing for like Shopify, like drop shipping or like social media marketing. Like
Yeah.
it's way like easier concepts, and then it just comes to the repetition of sourcing. And it's like I put on like one of my other friends, like he started literally not even a month ago. He's already made more than he made at like his last job working
That's
UPS.
beautiful. Like making money from the products you sell on Amazon isn't the only way like you even get bread, because one thing I started noticing is that, for example, when you buy things with a credit card, that's sauce that nobody even tells you about, because the amount of points I have on like my Amex, fucking crazy from buying Amazon,
It's crazy, bro. Yeah.
Like, cause you can, like normal people, you build up points over years from, buying food and gas and flights or whatever. But like you're accelerating that to a whole nother level because you're buying bulk items. And like, your credit cards are gonna look at that and fuck with you more because you're like purchasing a whole lot more than the average person.
Yeah.
They're gonna throw you points, they're gonna throw you credit limit increases, especially like you're paying that shit down after. Because like one thing that I didn't know about that I want to tell y'all before is that like when you first start Amazon, like let's say you have $1,000 to start, you buy your whole inventory and it sells all the first day. You have to wait. You'll get a little bit of your profit, but you have to wait like 30 days until you get until you get your full profit back. So like, just be careful with that. But like once you get over that 30-day period, it's just a cycle of like recycling your credit cards.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I max out my credit card in the beginning of the month on Amazon inventory, pay it all down by the end of the month, like, and just
rinse and repeat.
Reap the points.
Yeah,
the
bro.
points is a crazy underrated like way to make profit from Amazon.
I haven't paid for a flight or a hotel in the last 3 years. All
Yeah.
Amex points. At one point, I had like 2 million Amex points.
That's crazy.
Literally.
And you're so young. Like that's like 60-year-old numbers to have that many points.
Yeah, bro. I mean, not gonna lie, I spent a ton of them just like on flights.
Yeah.
And hotels for like myself and my family. I think I'm only down to like 500K Amex points. But I literally last 3 years haven't paid for a single flight, haven't paid for a single hotel, and I fly and get hotels at least once or twice a month. And I
Yeah.
literally never ever pay. I just got a flight to Miami yesterday for free.
That's nice.
Free, like, it's like $400. So it was like 40,000 points.
And they take care of you
Literally.
when you get there.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and like having some of these cards, it's like you could get like free check bags with Delta, with the Amex Platinum.
The Centurion Lounge.
Yeah, dude, the
At the
Amex
airports.
Lounge. When I was drinking, I don't really drink anymore, but I've probably gotten $1,000 worth of free drinks at
Yeah.
the Amex Lounge. Easy. Like
Yeah,
when I
Amex
would
Lounge
go,
is tight.
when I was drinking, I would get like 5, 6, 7, 8 beers, which is like now they're like $10, $11 for a beer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like literally free food and free like drinks at the Amex Lounge is literally pays for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Everything changes when you like make a decision to go this route. Well, and it doesn't even have to be like, you know, I'm real big on just like making a move, because like it doesn't have to be Amazon, it doesn't have to be like credit, or it could be like anything you want to do. Just like you have to like lock in and make the decision to like not let it go, because there was times when like I would start something and it's like, yeah, like you said, like you don't see any like profit, or it's like a big ass learning curve, and so you like give up. But like it wasn't until I made a decision to like, okay, like I'm gonna start this Amazon thing, and like that's part of getting the mentorships too, is because like people clown on mentorships. You can do it all you want, but like you really don't take this shit serious until like it hurts you a little bit. And it hurt me at the beginning to spend that bread on the mentorship, but it's like now there's something holding me accountable. I can't quit now. Like I
Yeah.
can't just lose that money, you know?
yeah.
So like there's
100%.
so much benefit to starting something like that, and like getting into a mentorship, getting into like a circle where there's people like propelling you forward. Because I'll be honest too, there's times where like it would be like a day or two where I wouldn't source and I wouldn't send Zach anything, and I was kind of doubting myself, and he would hit me up and be like, yo, how are we doing today? Like, what'd you source? Like, send me something. That
yeah.
kind of like pushing you forward that's the momentum I'm talking about, where it's like once you make the decisions and start the momentum going, you have people pushing you. You have people that want to see you succeed. And that's why we do this too, is like the content is really just about seeing people succeed the same way, because like it sucks going somewhere and seeing someone my age that probably doesn't want to be there and they're working that job. And I'm just like, bro, if you would like make the decision, like you wouldn't have to do this shit.
Just
anymore,
lock
you know?
in, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the video, man. Like, let them know where they can find you. Let them know like how to hit you up. Definitely, like, bro, if you watching this and you want to get serious, join the mentorship, bro. Like, I'll vouch for it 100%. Like, you will not go wrong with the mentorship. Like, but yeah, let them know how they can find you.
Yeah, no, 100%. Just Zach Sedano on all platforms. Anything you need about Amazon, learning the credit game, and low-key the crypto game, if anyone needs anything.
Yeah.
Crypto is tough. You just got to, like, same thing as Amazon. You just got to ask questions.
Yeah.
Just ask questions and start.
I'm gonna start asking questions about that.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, dude. Like I said, I'm an open book. I'm an open book about everything. But anything you need with Amazon, Amazon or credit, helping with like credit repair and like business funding now as well. So anything you need with that, let me know. But yeah, just follow Lane's journey, and just like another proof that like if you start Amazon and you're serious about it, it will work. Like there's no question about it.
No doubt.
You really just got to stick with it like anything else. But yeah, that's the video. Thanks for watching, and
Hell yeah, man.
till
Hit
next
us up.
time.
Hit us up, bro. Either one of us will help you out for sure.
Yes, sir.